This is our home. Some people call it a water world, with good reason. Over 99% of all the space on this planet that can support life is made up of water. This life-sustaining space is called the world's biosphere. This magical substance we call water makes life possible. No water, no life. This story is about a danger in our homes that is a threat to that life-sustaining liquid we all need. The threat is from a device in our basements. What danger could a washing machine pose to our lakes and oceans? It washes clothes, but it also gives birth to some tiny invaders, so small that it would take 7 of them lying side by side to equal the width of a human hair. What are they? Where do they go? You can't see them, but millions of them have been sent here to Lake Ontario. These tiny intruders are called microfibers. Small bits of clothing shaken off during the wash cycle in the washing machines of millions of people living around the Great Lakes. They're made from human-made fibers such as nylon or polyester, or they can also be composed of natural fibers like cotton or wool. They found a home here, but they're on their way to the world ocean. To actually see these tiny invaders, we need to leave this peaceful setting and get some help. One place we can turn to for help is the Rockman Lab at the University of Toronto. Lisa Ertl, a researcher in the lab, introduces us to microfibers.
What I have here is I have about 2 weeks worth of laundry lint from my washing machine, and what I did is I just picked a small bit of lint just on the end of these tweezers. And this small bit of lint, like smaller than my pinky nail, has hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of microfibers. And what we see here is lots of different fibers and lots of different colors, just in this small amount of washing machine lint.
With greater magnification, a microfiber can look more like a shoelace or a tiny rope. Microfibers made from polyester and nylon are part of a group of plastics called microplastics, which together form a group of plastics which are less than 5 millimeters in size. When microfibers like these break down due to sunlight exposure or abrasion, harmful chemicals can be released. Chemicals in plastics have been shown to be hormone disruptors that interfere with normal growth patterns in marine life above and below the surface of our oceans and lakes. Through a process called biomagnification, toxins can build up in larger life forms as they consume contaminated prey. Everything these swans come into contact with has been exposed to microfibers. We've been down this road before with harmful chemicals being released into our waterways. In the 1950s, a widely used pesticide called DDT accumulated in fish, which were then eaten by birds. The poison then worked its way into their reproductive system. Once there, it caused shell thinning. Unable to withstand the weight of the mother trying to keep her eggs warm, the eggs would break apart. Entire populations of birds were decimated. Just as crushed eggshells provided a clue to an environmental disaster, hundreds of microplastics taken from one fish are like breadcrumbs that will most likely lead to another environmental disaster. A future where there is more plastic in the sea than fish. Unfortunately, assaults on the biosphere continue, but there are actions we can take to help stop the flow of plastics into our waterways. Shoreline cleanups, such as this one organized by the environmental charity Georgian Bay Forever, help remove plastics and other types of debris at shorelines around Georgian Bay. A plastic pellet. Countless millions of these are melted down and formed into consumer products.
Yeah, of course, right?
I think this is a good example of how something breaks down, eh?
Yeah, no.
'Cause that guy used to be like that.
Yep. Yes, yep, you bet.
This raises a crucial point. Even bigger plastics eventually break down into microplastics. Just a couple of hours of work by a handful of people yields a lot of plastic and other kinds of garbage. Collecting microfibers at their source with a filter is one strategy that is gaining traction. With the help of the federal government's Eco Action Community Funding Program, Georgian Bay Forever is installing 100 washing machine filters in the Parry Sound area. The Rockman Lab will be testing the effectiveness of this initiative using their facilities at the University of Toronto. Here we see how just a few weeks of washing can generate tens of thousands of microfibers and other materials found on clothing. Microfiber pollution is a huge worldwide problem. Collecting them before they reach our lakes and oceans is one way we can help restore our planet's biosphere. Since every second breath we take is courtesy of the Earth's ocean and the oxygen it produces for us, now is the time to increase protection for this life-sustaining resource.